Peace and prosperity to you guys. If you guys are out there watching today, guys, we're going to go over a little dope, inexpensive gem that I came across recently. I know that you guys love those inexpensive gems, and you guys know, if you guys have been watching this channel recently, that I've been on this heavy Lattafa kick lately. So guys, under $25, I ended up getting Ameer Al Oudh Intense Oudh. And if you guys want to know about this one, go ahead and sit back, relax, chill, lock in, and we'll go ahead and talk about it right after the intro. See you guys in a minute. Greetings, family. If you guys are here for the first time, please allow me to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Mills, and you guys are watching the Fragrantly Locked YouTube channel. If you guys are returning, I'd like to thank you so much for locking back in. You guys are truly appreciated. Without further ado, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into this inexpensive gem that I just recently came across. And as I mentioned before in the intro, I've been on this heavy Lattafa pipeline ever since Eternal Oudh. So guys, this is nothing different. Today, guys, I present to you Ameer Al Oudh Intense Oudh. And this is another inexpensive gem by the House of Lattafa. If I have not said that before, I'm pretty sure I did already. But along my discovery, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go over the bottle presentation. You guys see that there is, first and foremost, a beautiful amber type of juice here. Inside of the bottle, you get this nice little gold top. And the top is actually has a little bit of weight to it. You're gonna see Arabic writing in the front here. Hopefully I could get it to zoom in. And also, guys, you're gonna realize that this bottle is very sleek and slender. It's pretty easy to go ahead and get some sprays off. And speaking of sprays, let's go ahead and get it to the atomizer. See, when you spend $25 on a fragrance and under, you have no problem spraying the juice like that. And I did spray just to get myself recalibrated with this fragrance. I've been sitting on this one for about a week now, but I just wanted to give you guys a full out review. I didn't want to do the first impressions on this one because I think it is important that I tell you guys about the opening and the dry down. In the opening, you do get like this very, I catch a leather note at the beginning. You get like this leather, sweet, sugary, and when I say sugary, guys, I don't mean sugary as far as like leaning feminine towards a way, but it's a really sweet type of opening. And I'm not saying that it resembles this at all, but you know, like that burnt sugar type of smell that Baccarat Rouge 540 has. This one has it in its own unique way. So I like it. You know, I like the opening a lot. And also with the dry down, you really get like this woody, slightly amber. And also, guys, the Oudh is a tad bit different on this one. The Oudh is like very subtle. So I feel like the Oudh is like a supporting cast. It's not the main star, but it's a very well blended, just a background person that if you're trying to get into Oudhs, this is the way to go. This is a good entry level because you're not really getting that harshness if it was a full out type of Oudh. And guys, also to mention, in the opening and also as well in the dry down, you do get like this smokiness to this fragrance. It's not like it's overbearing, but you can tell it's there. And guys, you do get a tad bit of spice along with things as well. And just to get into the notes here, guys, I'm looking here at my phone. I'm not gonna act like I'm a huge expert when it comes out to pointing every single note because there are fragrances that are blended and some things I just may forget, so just keep it in 1,000 with you guys. The top notes are saffron and nutmeg. Heart notes are geranium, woody notes, and labdanum. And also the base is oud, vanilla, and leather. So it seems like this one is really straight to point. You're not gonna get 1,000,001 notes like you do with some fragrances, but it's simple and it gets straight to the point, to be quite honest with you. One thing to note with this bottle is you notice that the name is Intense Oudh, but hence the name, the actual fragrance is not intense at all. Now I find with that intense, you actually get it for the first couple of minutes, but as it dries down, it really dries down to this elegant, closer to skin type of fragrance. And by it being closer to the skin, it plays mind games with me. So allow me to elaborate. When I say it's playing mind games with me, it's more so along the lines of sometimes when I'm smelling it, you know, if I'm just completely acting natural, I don't get any whiffs of it, right? But as I put my nose closer to my skin, I know that it's there. Just because it is such a closer to the skin type of scent, you have to really check. This is something that is not going to be a huge projectile type of fragrance, as some people would say a beast mode fragrance. This is not it. This is something that you're gonna rock really if you're in the office or if you're in an intimate setting and you have someone that you're not trying to really offend at all. But however, I think that the sillage is actually going to be the star of the show on this one. You may not get the big projection when you're coming up close to somebody, but as you're walking, I feel like that scent trail is going to be really elegant and intoxicating. I'm going to say personally on my skin, I get about 6 hours, but if I'm spraying it on my clothes, it's going to last for quite some time. And guys, you got to be careful with this particular juice here, is because if you're wearing white, it can stain. You know, so make sure if you're going to spray it on your clothes that you're spraying it on like a darker type of material like I'm wearing, like a really dark red or something that you're not really worrying about staining. And also one thing that I mentioned before on my channel is a tip is what I like to do is I like to use undershirts sometimes. Undershirts really help as far as your staining. You know, you don't want to wear your good clothes and mess that up. So that's where that undershirt comes from. And guys, personally, what I'm going to do with this fragrance is I'm going to use it as a layering scent. I think that this would be good with something like the Parfums de Marly Haute, just to be unique and different, you know. So I might have to try that out. And what I may end up doing is, shout out to Scent Vibes too, I may end up doing a spray off. I might do a spray off and see what kind of combinations that I could get along with my oud fragrances, because I think that this is light enough to the point where I could go ahead and really change it up and mix it up. And even if I was wearing Haute, you know, somebody would think twice to be like, well, dang, you know, that's a little bit different. So that is something that I may end up doing. If you guys are used to more so stronger projecting type of fragrances, I feel like that you're going to have to, if you're not layering it like I am, I think you're going to have to apply a lot more sprays on, or you're going to have to reapply quite often, just because it's still there. It's still going to be there. The longevity is still pretty good on this one. It's just, as I mentioned before, by it being a closer to the skin scent, you're not going to notice. You may even think that you're nose blind a bit, but this one really sits close to the skin, but it still stays there for quite some time. This is a beautiful fragrance that you could catch for underneath 25 bucks. If I have not mentioned that price point before, I've seen it in a few different places. I got mine for fragrancebuy.ca for about 25, 26 bucks. I've never shopped at Triple Traders, but I did see it for 17 bucks over there as well. And also one thing to note too, guys, is that fragrancebuy.ca is currently sold out of this. I think it may have just happened like yesterday or the day before. But at fragrancebuy.ca, sign up for the emails so you can actually be alerted when it does come out, if you guys do decide to go that route. Sometimes I like to make sure that I shop with places that I completely trust. So that is why I mentioned that. So for the person that's looking for a dope unisex fall office type of fragrance, I think this is one that you could really pull for. And especially, not to mention, guys, it is very inexpensive. It is only, like I said, underneath 25 bucks. So you can't complain too much. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. I appreciate you guys as always. You guys have been rocking with Mills with Fragrantly Locked, and I'm out, guys. Catch you later. Peace.